Trixie, Trixie, look at Mama. Are we going to show everybody our house? Is it time to show our house to everybody for Christmas? Okay guys, so we are in my living room, dining room, kitchen combination. And this is my very first Christmas house tour, and really the first time I've shown you any part of the house since the fire. And so many of you won't know what the house used to look like, but I'll kind of let you know real quick before we get started. This is very much how it looked. The living room was shaped just like this. The dining room was just like that. The big difference is where this wall is only a half wall and the kitchen is open. That used to just have like a little alcove, but when we had to move out of the house and live in an apartment for a little while, they had the kitchen like that, and I loved it, so I asked them to do the design here just like that. So I have an open kitchen to the dining room now. That's really the biggest change. The colors are the same for the most part. You can see where those colors changed. The living room used to be that same red, but when you rebuild a house, it costs more to paint rooms, so we just skipped it. So there you go. All right, so let's get started with Christmas. So coming in my front door, and this is my front door. I'll go here so you can see this is outside the front door, and there's the knob. Okay. So this is my snowman, and I think I'll tell you guys stuff about things as we get to them if they mean something. And this is really cool. We were shopping one day and Vince saw this at Ross, and he was like, how can you not have this, right? Because I love snowmen, and it is 12 days till Christmas, guys. And then we'll head over here, and this is my Let It Snow, which I just hung on the curtain rod. And this guy, I don't remember where I got him, but I love him. So there he is holding up a little sign. And this is my Christmas tree. Now when I say my Christmas tree, Vince has a tree also. His tree is Alabama, and I will show you that one too. But his tree is Alabama, and this one's mine. It's snowmen and Santas and vintage and all the things I love. So I'm just going to do kind of a top to bottom for you. That's the topper. And you can see as we go down. Now, I did not make those snowman hats. I actually bought them, but they were part of the inspiration for the snowman hat tutorial that I did. I love this tree. And if you notice, I'm going to zoom in right here. If you notice these vintage ornaments like this, I found those one year for so cheap. They were on clearance, and I was like, I have to have these ornaments. I have that one and that one. And then I'm going to show you this one. I did make this ornament. I made this one last year, and I think I did a tutorial on it. If I did, I'll put a link. I can't remember if I did or not, but I think I did. And then this ornament I love is from Warm Springs, Georgia, where we go every year to visit before Christmas, and I love it. And if you like a little vintagey Christmas town, that's where you should visit. This one, another favorite. Sorry, I love all these ornaments. This one is from a friend of mine. She bought it at Warm Springs when we were there one year and surprised me with it because I fell in love with it. So cute. Okay, so now on to the mantle. My mantle this year is very different. I normally really go crazy with the mantle, but I bought that drape last year, and I am in love with that drape, and I really wanted it to be the star of the show, so I didn't overpower it, I don't think. I mean, for me, it's not overpowering. Can you see the little trees in the background? Those trees we bought one year on a clearance sale. I remember there's some on the other side too. And then this snowman we like to laugh about. I'm glad it's not on. We call it the seizure-inducing snowman because it blinks so much, and it actually has a warning sticker on the bottom about seizures. So we don't turn that one on. And this Santa is a, what is his name? You guys know who does those. Jim Shore. That's who that is. That's a Jim Shore Santa. And I think my mother gave me that one. Or I got it. I don't remember. These little snowmen came from an aunt of mine right after the house fire. She knew I loved snowmen, and she gave me those. Mom did give me that Jim Shore snowman, which is a music box. I love that one. And then those little boxes there from the Dollar Tree. Isn't that neat? I mean, look, guys, I have a Jim Shore snowman and a Dollar Tree gift box. So I pretty much mix it together. This guy, I don't remember where I got him, but fell in love with him and had to have him. So there is the fireplace. And I'm going to back up and let you guys see what that whole thing looks like together. Here's the fireplace. Now, for those of you wondering, oh, see that little porcelain Trixie? For those of you wondering, that's an electric fireplace because I don't do fire of any kind anymore. We don't have, I will do a candle periodically, but only when I'm in the room with it. But since the house fire, no propane, Nothing. That's electric and it works with a remote control. And I don't care that it looks fake. It still gives me the feel of a fire. So there you go. There's some presents under the tree. And we'll come on around. And you see this little snowman. I have those in a set of 2. You'll see another one in a few minutes. Here's the love seat. If I haven't mentioned, those are my colors from my house pretty much right there. We kind of went off of that as our color scheme. So I love those. And here, I love this. You will not believe that I actually got this little nativity at Lowe's. It was in their Christmas section, and I just love it, and it just fits under that light so perfect for me because it kind of brightens it. So yeah, at Lowe's. And then let's go down here to the coffee table, which is an ottoman also. And do you recognize that snowman hat? And that bowl next to there is a Fitz and Floyd bowl that I got at an auction one time, so I love that bowl. If you don't recognize that hat, I did a tutorial for it, and I will link it below as well so you can see how to make that one. All right, let's head to behind the couch. Now from here, you'll see the living room in a different angle. I'm standing kind of in the dining room now, and that first section on the far left, that Christmas tree and those books and things, that's where we'll start. I purchased those Christmas trees on a clearance rack. Do you hear the thing, clearance? On a clearance rack at a local home and garden store, which I just love that tree. It's all glittery. And those books, there's a set of 3 there. Those came from Old Time Pottery. Now these snowmen, which I adore, right here, came from QVC in their clearance from Christmas. They are battery operated, and even if I lit them, you wouldn't be able to see them right now because they're pretty pale, but you can see them good at night when the lights are out. And then the little gift behind it also came from, I think I got them at Hobby Lobby. I think that's where I got that little gift. I got 2 of them. This basket, it came from that same garden center, and I fell in love with the chicken wire. I was just like, I have to have this basket. And then I filled it up with a whole bunch of ornaments and one of those books. And then here, okay, this set, this will be fun for you crafters, okay? I bought this set at that garden center. That snowman's actually broken on the backside, but you can't tell it, and I got it for like $2. And those trees, I wasn't in love with those trees, but I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to cover them in aluminum foil and make them match the snowman. Well, when I got home and I put them out, and the glitter on those trees is so pretty. Let me see if you can see it. You see that sparkly glitter. It's so pretty. I decided, nope, we're going to leave them just like that. That's how I bought them. And I just put them there together. So we have a strand of garland running around the back of the table. It's really kind of on the back of the table and partially on the couch. And I don't leave that light on all the time. Pretty much if we have company or if I just want to sit in the room and see the lights, but I don't walk away from that. I don't like to leave Christmas lights on fabric like that. Then if you notice that runner, this runner that's laying here is actually lit through the middle with light. You can see those there. This is from QVC. I bought several of them last year, and they were on clearance for just dollars. I mean, I can't remember, maybe $9. And they're battery operated, and I do believe they're on a timer, but I can't remember for sure if they are or not. I turned it on this morning because if I had my timer set, it wouldn't have been ready anyway. Then let's shoot over here. Now, I was standing there at the front door when I showed you the other side of the house, but this is my banister going downstairs to the man cave. And you can see here that I have a little basket of ornaments, and then we hang our stockings back there just for pretty. When you walk down the stairs, so you can see them. And then I have that garland. That is just garland and lights. I didn't do ribbon, ornaments, or anything right there. I just did the garland, and have a couple of things hanging from it and stuff. So that chair, I love that chair, by the way. I know it's not chair talking, but that's what I love. Now I'm going to move over, and this is actually the door to my bedroom here, to mine and Vince's, and then I want to show you what I did here. Now I'm big on vignettes. I know that this really doesn't go with my whole scheme, but do you remember this burlap wreath? So on this little table that we were just looking at, this is my Keep the Christmas Spirit the Whole Year Through snowman. He's just sitting on an easel. And then this little snowman is kind of, you know, rustic. He's made of bark. My cousin gave him to me. I just love him. And do you recognize this little Believe ornament he's holding in his hand? I actually came upstairs to put this on the Christmas tree and saw his hand sticking out and went, nope, that's where it's going. So I did a tutorial on that. I'll link that below as well, how to make that little ornament. And this tree I got at that same garden center on clearance for like $3. So after Christmas, guys, dig this stuff up. That's where you find it. So now we're going to head over to the dining room. Now when you come up my stairs, this is the view from coming upstairs. This is the dining room, and I will get in close and show you everything. So this is the dining room, and if you notice the 2 trees in the back over there, those are those sets of trees you get from Walmart that have the urns on the bottom. I'll zoom and let you see that. See the little urns they sit in? And I actually sat one up on a box to give me the difference in height. I was gonna put an actual tree over there this year, but I just didn't want to spend the money, and I thought that kind of gives us the feel of it. This little snowman, I'm so in love with him. I got him at a local flea market. He was $12, and he is so cute, and he's supposed to go outside, but I couldn't put him out there, and for some reason I named him Roger. I don't know why, but I did. So there he is. This little tree is one of those from Target that you just slip together, and they're super glittery. So that's all that little corner is. And then the dining room table, this is the centerpiece. Now, I purchased these apothecary jars when we first moved back home. And the idea was I would use them to change out for the seasons. And that's literally what I've done. In Easter, there's eggs in there. In the fall, there's fall flowers. In the Christmas season, there's ornaments or whatever I decide to do. And this year, what I did was I took 3 ornaments that I really, really liked, and I stood them up in the centers of the apothecary jars. You can see one has a stocking in it, and then there's a snowman, and then there's Santa, and they're just standing on the bed of ornaments. I thought that was really kind of cute, and a cute way to show off some of your favorite ornaments. So that's what that is. And I want to talk to you about placemats. Yes, they're a different green. I have found in nature that green is in different shades. I don't panic too much about greens. I wouldn't mix a bunch of different reds, but I will mix a lot of greens. So this green does not scare me that it's not exactly right. But I want to show you my tip for this. Save money on your placemats. Purchase a neutral colored background, and then cut the other side matches your decor. So when it's time for this side to be out, that's perfect. But any other time of the year, that neutral color can be flipped over. At Easter, these look perfect with Easter eggs. You know, in the summer, they look perfect with flowers. In the fall, it looks perfect with flowers. So a good neutral, and green is a great neutral for something like that. And you can see how they just kind of pop on the table. I just really like them. And let's do a frequently asked questions. This piece of art on the wall, I get asked a lot about when people come in. This piece of art came from Kirkland's, and it is one piece. I saw it on the wall and had to have it. I cannot remember how much it was. It was very, very cheap. I buy nothing unless it's on clearance. I don't think I've paid full price for anything ever in my whole life, but this was very affordable, and it fills up that. What happened was we had this huge wall, and I was like, what am I going to put on this huge wall? And so that's what we did. So there you go. You can thank Vinny for that. He surprised me with that one day. And then the chandelier, I'm going to try to do this without too much glare. This is another way to show off your favorite ornaments. What I did was I took a selection of ornaments that I just love and just hung them from the chandelier. My mother got me doing this. This is kind of a thing she does at her chandeliers, and sometimes she'll hang ribbon and fabrics and bows and whatever she's in the mood for. But it's funny, this year we seem to be in a minimalist mood. I know this doesn't seem minimalist, but trust me, anyone in my family will tell you this is very minimal for me. So now let's go to the eat-in area of the kitchen. So here you see my snowman table, and the placemats look like candy, which I adore, and I actually got those at Pier 1. Right after the house fire, my aunt had given me a gift certificate to Pier 1, and when I went in there, I couldn't find anything that was just like, I want it, and then I saw these, and this is something I could not afford to purchase on my own. So I was like, I have a gift certificate, and she would want me to get what I really want. So Aunt Nita, I appreciate this. This is one of the things I purchased with that, and I love them. I have used them steady every Christmas since, which is 2 Christmases, but we keep them on the table. And it matches this thing in the center, this little snowman who's actually from Kirkland's. Now, it was a gift to me from my boss at Christmas time, and I just love it. And if you notice the little cupcakes, they're not real. They're candles from the Dollar Tree. They were $1 a piece. And so there's that little snowman in the center. And his plates, you can't really tell it, but the plates on there actually match the placemats pretty good. So there's that. And then just the rest of the nook, you can see how it looks. And then I hung these ornaments from the lights, just for festivities, just because I thought it was cute. Okay, now I'm going to show you the kitchen bar, and then we'll go into the kitchen. Okay, so this is, if you recognize this corner, this is where I was standing when I was showing you the burlap wreath, and it's the top of the stairs. Then you turn around, and this is the kitchen area. Now I'm going to zoom in and talk about the bar for a second. Here on the bar, you can see that I have this little tiered stand. This stand I bought at a yard sale, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I love it, and I just bought it. It was like $2, and it's a heavy, heavy iron. So I bought that, and then I have this little snowman tea set that someone gave me, and I just love it. I put it there, so you've got the little teapot, and then the cup. No, that's the cream and sugar on the middle shelf, and then the cups, and then the plate that goes with it is sitting there. Now next to it, this is a wrought iron poinsettia votive cup holder, and I purchased this at that same garden center on clearance that I showed you those other items. It was like I don't remember. It was cheap. So I bought that for a couple of dollars, and then the lights that are on it, I strung those on there myself, so I just added some lights to it. Now you probably have seen this guy at Bath & Body Works. He is one of my favorites, and I have a candle in him right now. He is burning fresh balsam. He's a winter scene, and he sits there every winter so far. And then here on this table, you might notice those Christmas trees. Those are the music note trees or the scallop circle trees I did, and I will link the tutorial for those below. And then that canvas I bought at Hobby Lobby last year because I loved it, and it actually has a Santa on it. I'm gonna move around so you can see much better view. That has a Santa and jingle bells and just a vintage feel, and I just love it. So that's where that sits at the end of the bar. So now let's look at the kitchen. So this is the kitchen area, and you see that I decorate above the cabinets. We'll get to that in a second, but we're gonna go into the kitchen and I'm gonna show you what's in there. All right, so in this corner I have my Keurig view, and then I have some hot chocolate mix there, and a little cream and sugar, and a little tray for discarded items from the view. Now, if you don't know anything about the view, I have a tutorial on my channel about the view, doing a whole review of it. It's awesome. Go check it out. I'll link it below. So now we're to the countertop, and this little snowman plate was given to me by a couple of my students at church. I just adore it. And I think I've seen this scene at Hobby Lobby before, but they gave me that and I just love it. And then that plate in front of it is from Fitz and Floyd, and it just had to be standing up. They're just sitting on easels on the counter. And then there's a cord and a remote. This little guy is actually just leaned up there because I want to put one of those suction cups, not suction cups, but the, oh, come on. The 3M adhesive dealies, so I don't mess up the paint. So he'll be hanging up pretty soon. And then this little guy is a snowman that was given to me. I don't remember. I think my aunt gave me that one. And then a couple of little plastic, you know, Christmas giveaway dealies. And then there's our little Noel sign with a knife laying in front of it. That's where we keep my super sharp Cutco knives because I do not want my children to touch them. If you want to know about Cutco knives, you should ask me because they're amazing. So if you want to know, I'll tell you. This right here is another one of those presents we saw earlier, and it also has a little tin that says home for the holidays, and I love that tin for Christmas time. And then we'll swing on over to Santa. I love this little Santa, and he's so shiny and sparkly, and that little gift is actually just a little plastic Dollar Tree ornament. And the idea here is this is sitting by the stove, and I wanted to be able to clean it if it got grease splattered on it or whatever. And I'm not concerned about that dollar ornament, but this Santa, he'll just clean off so easy, so I wasn't too stressed about it. So, top of the fridge. Okay, on the top of the fridge we have a Santa plate. Doesn't he remind you of the Coca-Cola Santa? He's not, but he reminds me of him. And then there's two little trees that you can't really see. They're right there. Two little trees there, and I'll tell you about those later. And then this apothecary jar with a bow, and it has little peppermint, not little, it has big peppermint candies in it. I love that apothecary jar. Now, up top, let's see how far we can go here. This ornament is standing on an easel, and it says Merry Christmas. And then next to it is a hot chocolate tray that I got from Hobby Lobby. By the way, that ornament came from Hobby Lobby also. This is another one of those Target trees. And then this set, which is not turned on because it's on a timer and it's not time for it to come on, is the Valerie Parhill Village from QVC. It is really cute, and it does battery operate and go on a timer, so I was able to put it up there because I don't have to turn it on every day, so I love that. Then that snowman, I don't know who gave me that, but it was a gift. Then there's a little tray in the corner. I don't know where that one came from. I think Hobby Lobby, or it's a bucket rather. And then there's the hope sign that goes with the Noel sign, which also came from Hobby Lobby. And then this tray, which also came from Hobby Lobby. All on clearance after the season and all that good stuff. Alright guys, so I'm going to try to show you one other angle that you haven't seen, but this is my holiday home. This is actually the main floor. This is where we do our cooking and eating and hanging out. This is not where we watch TV. We watch TV downstairs in Vince's man cave. But for the most part, this is it. Just want to do one more span for you to see. If you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to ask. This is where Trixie lives. She doesn't live there. She sleeps there. That's her kennel. And you'll hear more about Trixie next year. There's some surprise things that she's bringing out herself. So be on the lookout for that. And I'll just span out here. Try not to blind you in the light and try to move slow enough. So that's the main floor. What I will probably do is do these in separate videos because downstairs may take a little while. But I can show you some more Christmas things in the house as, you know, on a different video. One more frequently asked questions. I get asked this question a lot. Where did I get that Christmas tree? It is the flocked Christmas tree from Walmart that's like $140. And people ask me constantly where that came from because it's absolutely gorgeous. So, or at least I think it is. In person, it's even prettier. I'll try to give you an even better look of it. But there you go, guys. That is our Christmas holiday home tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you for another one in this series soon. Bye-bye.